You know, I'm a very mental guy. I like to contemplate the deepest mysteries of life. One of those deepest mysteries being sexuality and attraction. Because what makes the world go round? It's fucking sex. It is utterly fascinating to me. Why is there man and a woman? Why is penis attracted to vagina? It's like polarity. It's so flippin'. It's so weird but cool. But it's just such a fascinating thing. So I was thinking about attraction, right? What makes a man attractive? The one word answer that came to my mind, edge. Edge. Whether a man has edge. What do I mean by this? A man has edge when he knows who he is. A man has edge when he is simultaneously a primal fucking animal and a gentleman. Okay, so you take the two spectrums, right? There's the nice guy, and then there's the primal asshole, let's call it, right? I used to be the nice guy, right? And the Giga Chads, the primal assholes would bully me, would tear me down because they could, right? It's a dominance hierarchy, right? Human males have the same dominance hierarchy just as fucking chimpanzees and rats and fucking and lions and the entire, you know, we're just animals at the end of the day. When a man discovers his edge, he knows who he fucking is. And it's a sense of inner knowing that nothing else can take from him. That's when he finds his edge, right? You want to talk about edge, you want to talk about confidence, you want to talk about what is the most attractive quality a man can have. And that's knowing who he is. That's having edge. It's being himself. Unapologetic. Inside of a world where men, for the past 20 years, have been told to castrate themselves. Therefore, the polarity has been in shambles. It's been in ruins because the modern man has lost his own edge. You know, the gentleman means like, oh yeah, you know, be etiquette and be all like, cover up when you speak and all this. The primal part is like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm just gonna shoot the shit with you and say what I want to say while I eat, right? In every man, there's an untamed animal underneath. And when he rediscovers that, and when he reintegrates that energy, he finally feels alive. What's missing in modern man is that they've been castrated out of this energy. It's like when you go and get your dog neutered. That's what men are nowadays, neutered. Because masculinity has been shamed. Men are afraid to show masculine traits because it has been associated with toxicity at the subconscious collective level. A man with no edge also has no real purpose. Why? Because he doesn't know himself. To have true purpose, you have to know yourself. Know who you are, know what you want, know what your standards are, and stake your life on it. Stand for something. Live for something if you're not willing to die for it. Die for something if you're not willing to live for it. The masculine edge I'm talking about is tamed aggression. It's the simultaneous feeling of both danger and safety. Because you take the example of a creep, right? A man who stalks women, who makes women really uncomfortable. What is that energy? That is just pure danger energy. On the flip side of that, you take a nice guy, right? The nerd. That, in the nerd, it is pure safe energy, safety energy, right? Women feel no edge. They feel no attraction. They feel no polarity. An integrated man recognizes, right? The nice guy you can say is the gentleman, right? The creep you can say is the untamed, masculine, raw, primal energy, right? The trick is you can't be too much of this, you're too safe. He's a pushover. He's a, just not even in anyone's fucking radar. On this end, you're a fucking danger to society, Like, people just want nothing to do with you, right? But you have to realize both of these energies are inherently a part of you. For me, most of my life, I struggled on the nice guy side, right? But both these versions are kinked points of contact, are kinked relationships with the masculine consciousness, with the masculine sexuality. Because this side is overly sexual. This side is overly afraid to be sexual. But you see, the integrated man, right? Integration. Recognize both these energies are part of you. And to find your edge, you have to find that integration point. I'm going to sign off here. If I keep riffing, I could keep riffing for another 20 minutes and then whatever. And then it's just like, we're just going to keep it short today, okay? So, hope you found this video of value in, navigating self-worth, attraction, confidence, manlyhood, all the things that we as men are not taught. In fact, we're actively steered away from by the school system in order to keep us under control. And you know what they say, strong men create good times create, I forgot the sequence, and then weak men create hard times. I'll just put it up. If you feel out of alignment with your edge, book a call. I'll see if I can help you. Other than that, have a wonderful fucking day. Love y'all. See you in the next one. One final point, because I thought this is relevant. The bully energy is the need to feel significant by putting others down, because that's the only way that you know how to feel significant, right? It's a kinked version of self-identity. The people pleaser energy, the nice guy energy, is the need to please other people in order to derive self-significance. But you become a slave to other people's validation and approval. That is also another form of the kinked masculine energy, right? Finding the center point is to know your own worth, know exactly who you are, and at the same time, lift the world up instead of trying to put others down, right? That is the mature masculine energy. That is king energy, right? You want to talk about the king archetype? That is the king archetype. All right, for real, peace.